Wopia!
Okay. Pwede na yung sound. Yan ang cue. Ang cue nandiyan sa inyo. Start! Ojo, okay na. Ready? Oh, go!
It was mid-January 1942. After a surprise attack on the American fleet in Pearl Harbor, Allied troops were on retreat on all fronts. From the Malay Peninsula, Singapore, Hong Kong, and across the Pacific and Indian Oceans, the Allies faced defeat after defeat at the hands of the Imperial Japanese forces. Allied cities began to fall to the Japanese juggernaut. Japanese forces were advancing steadily from northern and southern Luzon, quick on the heels of USAF forces, beating a hasty fighting retreat that, as part of War Plan Orange 3, would see them defending the Bataan Peninsula. Holding out, it was hope, till help arrived. As the last Philippine forces streamed into the peninsula, bridges were blown and a defense line prepared on a line stretching from Mauban in the west to Abucay on the east coast. Straddling this line, virtually unoccupied, were the jungle slopes of Mount Natib. The easternmost flank of this line, guarding the coastal fish ponds and flat paddies, were the fresh and well-trained troops of the elite 57th Infantry Philippine Scouts. As part of the U.S. Army's Philippine Division, the Scouts were well-trained, loyal, and were excellent marksmen. While untried in combat, they were to form the buttress of the defense of the eastern Abucay line. Equipped with standard U.S. Army equipment, such as the fine Garand rifle and the Willys Jeep that had just gone into service the previous year, the Scouts awaited the coming attacks. Meanwhile, to their left flank, part of the virtually untrained fledgling Philippine Army that had just mobilized in September of the previous year were General Vicente Lim's 41st Infantry. Commanded by the only Filipino graduate of West Point, the 41st, like most Philippine Army divisions, was inadequately equipped. Dressed in khaki shorts or blue denim dungarees, equipped with Guinea coconut fiber helmets, whose polish shone in the sun. They were equipped with outmoded and heavy World War I vintage M1917 Enfield rifles. The men made out for their inadequate equipment with the fervor of troops defending their native soil against an enemy they were taught was inferior in every way to themselves. The honor of staging the first foray against the USAF defenses fell to Colonel Takeo Imai of the 141st Infantry. The 141st had recently felt that they had victoriously chased the enemy away, entering the Bataan Peninsula at Hermosa. In reality, their quarry had already withdrawn to the Abucay line. At 6 p.m. on January 11, the stage was set as Imai's 141st Regiment entered a cane field directly opposite the positions of the 57th Infantry. Japanese numbers forced the American outpost line of resistance to withdraw. Infantry through the cane fields to get as close to the Philippine scout positions as possible. The Japanese were set to attack.
Oh. Tuloy.
Japanese assault on the Abucay defense lines met with total failure. At the end of the attack, over 300 dead Japanese littered the Allied lines. 2 Abucay units had met their foe for the first time and stood their ground. In the Abucay battle, the first few Congressional Medals of Honor in the Second World War were awarded to men of the Philippine Scouts, while the virtually untrained 31st Infantry Philippine Army earned the distinct honor of being awarded a Presidential Unit Citation for doggedness and tenacity in battle, the only award of its type to be given to a Filipino unit. The defense of the